What's up, guys? This is Sin and I am back here with another NPA matchup season 2, week number 13. This is the last week of the NPA, and today I'm taking on Goffie's Enigma. His links are in the description. We're trying to win at least one game, guys. We have to play for at least one win for the Waterloo Sawsbucks, right? Right? I mean, come on. We can't be like this. We can't lose out the rest of the regular season, right? Right? So my team, I brought Sylveon, Nidoking, Mega Gyarados, Kyurem, Hitmonchan, and Magnezone. I figured that would probably be the best way to attack his team, no matter what he brings. But my biggest problem is the Charizard, because it's Charizard Y that he has. And Heatran can be a bit of a problem too. I'm not so much worried about his other team. Noivern can be a problem too. But other than that, I felt like my team was well prepared this week. And hopefully we can come out with a win today. So he is going to start off with a Heatran, and that's, obviously a good, starter Pokemon he's got to use because of Stealth Rocks and everything else. But I started off with Mega Gyarados. I'm trying to go, full out offensive. I'm trying to go out and just try and take out his team. I'm setting up D-dances already. So you know me, I'm trying to, set it up. He set us up for a taunt. I'm like, wait, what? I was honestly a little thrown off that he would set up for taunt. And this only sets him up for a switch out into Chestnut. I'm going to stay in. And I'm going to go for, I think I'll go for Waterfall. Yeah, I do go for Waterfall, which isn't very effective on it. But it does do some decent damage, so I was alright with that. But now it's my turn to switch out because we know he's going to Seed Bomb. And I may not be able to take a Seed Bomb very well. So this is a perfect time for me to switch out into Sylveon. And I probably should have switched out to somebody else, but I actually thought he was going to go for like Brick Break or something. But he does go for Seed Bomb. It does do quite a bit of damage, but not enough to make it a big problem for me. But he is also going to switch out once again because he's always I'm going to go for Hyper Voice. So Sylveon does Hyper Voice, does a little damage, not enough to actually make a dent into his team or his Heatran actually. But this would set the tone for the rest of the game. That switch into Chestnut and him taking that damage there from that or doing this little bit of damage or whatever. But we do get the Iron Head off. That's not going to go very far. Heatran goes for the Iron Head anyway, but he's going to withdraw again. This time he goes back into Chestnut, and I set up D-Dance, which probably I shouldn't have done. I probably should have EQ'd because I knew he should have switched out. I probably should have known better, but oh well. Doesn't affect me too much, I think. Just gives me another opportunity to switch out into somebody else, and that would happen to be, I think this is Nidoking or Kyurem. But I do switch out here right now. We go into Kyurem because his Seed Bomb won't be very effective on me at all. And it was even a crit too. It was like, that didn't even do much, and it was a crit. I don't know why, but I figured like, okay, does a little bit of damage. But he's going to give out Giving Head. I'm going to go for Ice Beam, and I'm spec'd in. So now I'm going to stay in this situation, not knowing that he reveals Dazzling Gleam right here, but he does reveal that right there. I did accidentally choose another move right there, but I did go for Ice Beam. So there goes Uxie, which gives me the kill for Kyurem. So now we have a bit of an advantage on our side. We have the first lead in our last match of the NPA. So we finally got a lead, right? We finally got something. We finally have something. Let's just hold on to it, right? So now we gotta switch back into Gyarados, and Mold Breaker comes in, Charizard Y comes in, and that thing is scary. So this thing can take hits, and it also has Drought, which weakens my abilities. It weakens Waterfall by a lot, and I can't even Earthquake because he's Flying type. So all I could pretty much do is Crunch, but that probably wouldn't be smart of me to do to keep Gyarados in because he might have Solar Beam. That was my thought process. And Solar Beam was a thing, but it turns out he didn't have Solar Beam, which is obviously like one of the things, like, why didn't he have Solar Beam? But I do switch into Nidoking. He brings in the Will-O-Wisp. Doesn't really affect me that much because I'm a special attacking Nidoking anyway with Sheer Force, and I also have Ice Beam, and I can't use Earth Power here, but I do have Ice Beam, and that actually is going to be a great thing to use. He switches back into Chestnut. Bad move right there because Ice Beam will take it out. And I also had Flamethrower on it too, so that was both moves there would have been justified as good. So Nidoking does pick up a kill right there. We're already up 2-0, or we're down to 6-4 anyway. So he brings in Noivern. I still have an advantage because of Ice Beam, and I'm still, spec'd in. So I don't know if that was really a smart move, but he does U-turn. Obviously didn't see that coming, but he does get the free switch out. He gets in Boner Killer, and that thing's gone immediately. So now we're up, 3 Pokemon here. We're up 6-3. I'm not looking for the sweep because Charizard's probably going to take out a lot of my Pokemon. Charizard Y is a huge threat, but nonetheless, he brings in Heatran, and I'm faster than it, I think, but I'm not going to take the risk. I bring in Hitmonchan, and he goes for Explosion. So, normal gem breaks up powered. I didn't think I was going to live that even outside of the normal gem. So, whoop-de-doo, Hitmonchan's gone. There goes my first Pokemon. So there goes the sweep idea. But nonetheless, still a good opportunity for me. He brings in Charizard Y again, and that is still a problem. We're up 4, so we're up 5-2 right now. We go for Crunch, doing some damage right there, but obviously not enough. So now we got to try and switch out again because we don't want to lose Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados, we played it poorly last week against Joe, and I'm trying to avoid doing the same thing here again, and having my team possibly get beat. So Sylveon comes in, he's roosting. I thought he was going to go for Flamethrower or something, but nonetheless, still buys me a little bit of time. So right here, he goes for Flamethrower. I'm okay with this. I go for Toxic, and that pretty much changes the game right there. I really was hoping that Toxic would actually, be a factor for this thing again. Toxic Stall with Sylveon, and I go for Protect to do a little bit more toxic damage myself. And I probably could have gone for Wish, but I didn't, and I probably shouldn't have, but nonetheless, that was a great move right there. That probably sets the tone for the rest of the game. And now Sylveon did its job once again. The thing's like my team MVP. So, I think I go back. We're gonna do like a switch stall game. I don't know. I feel like that was probably the best way to go about it. I didn't know after that because Charizard's still gonna take a lot of damage from poison, but he still has Roost. So that's the thing. I try and stall that thing out as much as possible because I'm trying to make it to the point where I'm, not taking so much of damage from like anything else. So Nidoking comes in, and I did not realize that I outsped this thing. I went for Ice Beam, and it pretty much changed the game. I didn't even know it. I outsped the thing, and man, that really did change the game, I think, because man, I didn't know. And we're still at 5-0, so we're still doing all right for ourselves. But Charizard's still the biggest threat on the field. And I really didn't want this thing to die. Especially Nidoking, because I really wanted to save it for Noivern. But I don't know if I outsped. I don't know if we switch out here. I can't remember. But I do remember that Ice Beam does change out the complexion of this battle by a lot. And Nidoking does come back. I go into Cure him. And brings in the pressure. He withdraws the 10 out of 10 wall. He brings in Noivern, and this would probably be the time that I got sacked off here. I don't remember what he did here. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. We just had the battle too. I'm just like, there's so much going on in this battle. It's just like, I can't remember everything that's going on, but I do think here this would probably be the perfect time. He uses Fly, and that threw me off so much. Like, he goes for Fly. I switch out to Magnezone, and I float with an Air Balloon. Physical attack gets rid of the Air Balloon, but it's not like he has any Earthquakers on his team. Charizard Y doesn't have Earthquake. Neither does Noivern. I think he's banded in anyway, so it's clearly an advantage of me. And I don't think he wants to bring in the Charizard Y right now because I have Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt would pretty much one-shot that Charizard. Because Magnezone has a pretty high special attack. So he's going to go for Fly. He's going to pretty much let his Noivern get sacked off here. So nothing much here. I'm going to go for Magnet Res to avoid anything to be wasted here. He goes for Fly again, and that takes care of the Noivern. I don't think the crit really mattered there, but whatever. So finally we have here Mega Charizard Y and the poison that he still has. It's reset, and that could be a problem. Charizard Y, man, it's scary. It's a scary good Pokemon. And with Gyarados being burned, it's not going to do much for me. So we switch into Kyurem to try and, stall out some time and try and take everything out. Nidoking comes in. This is where the Ice Beam comes into effect. I did not realize I outsped until just now, and I thought, wow, I outsped this thing. But it did do some pretty good damage. I wouldn't say it did serious damage, but it did do enough to where now he's at a point where he is pretty much going to be sitting there roosting the entire time. And, you know, pretty much trying to save himself from actually, you know, dying out. So I'm going to go for Waterfall here. It does do some pretty good damage, but the poison damage does get greater and greater because it's toxic. It gets badly poisoned. And now it's just a matter of him trying to stall out and everything else. So now he's going to go back up to the green. I'm going to take it down to a medium to low yellow. And then he's now in the red now after the poison. So this pretty much is where it's going to be ending right here. He's going to go for Flamethrower. He probably realized at the point that if he stalls anymore, he's probably just going to, you know, drag it out anymore. So we do get the 2-0 victory. The Waterloo Sawsbucks get a victory, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like, and if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos. Until next time, my name is Sin, and I'm out. Peace.